There are three central narratives and ideas in the frontier myth, which has dominated our understanding of the American West since the early 19th century. So one part of the frontier myth is that it was only white families, nuclear families, moving from the east to the west and winning the region. The reality is that there were those people, but there were also a lot of other groups that are moving through the region in all different directions and creating all different kinds of networks in the region. The second myth is that these white pioneers were the only ones out there, and they were facing a series of problems and challenges, indigenous people, all kinds of environmental issues, and because of their innate skills, they managed to persevere and survive. Now, the reality is this did happen. People who did move throughout the West did tend to be risk takers, but the white pioneers were not the only people doing this, right? There were many different communities. Indigenous peoples, of course, were the first Westerners. They had been living in the region for thousands of years, and they had been moving through it for thousands of years. Mexican Americans. The American West was the Mexican and the New Spanish North before it was the American West. And there were lots of migrants moving through this place, including European immigrants, Chinese and Japanese immigrants. There were also slaveholders who were moving into the West with enslaved men and women. And so Black Westerners become a significant population during the 19th century. The third myth is that the white pioneers did all of this winning of the West by themselves, that it was their rugged individualism that turned the tide in the American West. Well, the reality is that all migrants living there and settling there were either aided or victimized by federal decision-making. So the Homestead Act of 1862 helps pioneers basically come to the West and take up land. U.S. Army campaigns against indigenous peoples really helped by the 1880s and 1890s, despite really strong resistance from indigenous peoples who were defending their homelands. Many were forced onto reservations during this period, and that freed up just an immense amount of land. This was not a region that was built by individuals. This was a region built by the nation and implemented by lots of different diverse communities from the Pacific to the Missouri River.